Rental returns plunge. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian Heise here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. I've got my stein of coffee and I thought we'd have a look at this article from realestate.com.au discussing, well, the significant decrease or plunge in inner west rental returns. Vacancy rates are at record highs and there's an oversupply of stock. But apparently we have a climbing real estate sector. Property is just booming, guys. It's never going to lose money. What do you think about this? So tenants have limited time remaining to get... Oh, how is this being framed? This is more FOMO. This is now renter FOMO. I'm so used to property price FOMO. We're now seeing renter FOMO. Even in the first sentence. Good work, Matt. Good work. What? I'm a bit stunned. Because I've got here, we'll bring up this one here from Macro Business Made It from ABS data. Quarterly change in rents. Up. Boom. Look at that. Yeah, you've got limited time, guys. Limited time. I don't know. Yeah, because the economy's going so well. Everyone's just shooting up. Consumer confidence is flying up. Building approvals have just turned around completely. And, let's not even talk about job ads. Sure, they're dropping, but still. And unemployment, guys. Oh boy, I'm trying to find it. It's gone down by 0.1%. According to ABS. Forget about Roy Morgan. Forget about their methodology, guys. So, yes. Anyway, tenants have limited time. FOMO, getting their tenants. I remember the last time we were looking to rent, and it was like you pretty much had to make an offer on the spot. And that's when I decided, screw it, we're buying a house. I don't care how dumpy it is. Anyway, the rental market is firmly in favor of renters as an influx of completed developments has seen the inner west record its highest vacancy rate since records began, with 3,910 properties without a tenant in December, or a vacancy rate of 3.6%. 3.6%. Now, I'm just going to bring up, there's a video here that is the property price divide that we have, the unequal property growth. We looked at this in a previous video, and you can see here the red rooster line. So you're getting all the property increases, and apparently everything's booming, but it depends on where you are. So the western suburbs, well, look at that, they're not really growing, are they? And maybe it could be to do with these high vacancy rates. SQM research reports that the vacancy rate is an increase of 0.3% from the previous month and up from 3.2% this time last year. So we've got another thing to consider. We've got arrears rates and paying off your mortgage. So they've steadily been climbing, but also at an insanely low cash rate. If you've bought an investment property and you've got a cash rate that's above zero and you're paying interest, can these people who've invested in these properties, can they afford to ride out without having anyone in there? Particularly if they've overpurchased. The high vacancy rate pulled rents down by 1.9% over the year for houses and unit rents by 2.8%. I mean, there you go. So it's a surge in finished apartment developments. And this is the thing. We're being told by one part of the media that there's going to be a shortage because building supply is down, but do they realize how much has been built? How much has been built? Because, you can see just the foreign investment into our real estate sector in the last few years was insane. It was just ludicrously high as a proportion of building approvals. Units in the Canada Bay Council area had the largest fall in rental values, with prices down 6.25% from a year ago to $600 per week, according to the REA Group. Houses across all 3 council areas in the inner west saw rent drop by around $20 per week from this time last year. I can't remember if we ever got a rental reduction when we were renting here in Brisbane. I remember the real estate agent turned a blind eye to us running a business from there. It was pretty obvious, probably because we were there for so long. Local experts warn these conditions won't last long because of a slowdown in building approvals, would give tenants less choice as the years progress. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. SQM research analyst Lewis Christopher said vacancy rates could start to decrease towards the end of the year once the stock is soaked up. Okay, so that's a year's time. That's a year's time. What happens if our unemployment rate shoots up? Guys, what happens if demand for Australia's exports significantly decreases? What happens if our tourism industry takes a huge hit because we have a reduction in people coming from overseas, from tourists? What do you think will happen then? What if people are going into arrears because no one's borrowing their property, so they need to sell, and there is a sharper decrease in either rents as people get desperate or in the valuation of these properties? What do you think would happen? Do you think they're considering that in this year analysis or this prediction? Somehow I don't think they are. With building approvals collapsed, it is likely vacancy rates will begin to fall and rental prices will bottom out later this year and likely pick up next year, he said. I'd agree with that, but that's all things being equal, and we've got all these unknown factors that also affect the economy. The inner west has largely been a tenants market since June 2018, when the vacancy rate surpassed 2.5% for the first time. A vacancy rate of 2.5% tends to suggest competition for rentals is tough and landlords are in a strong position. Bell Property Head of Property Management, Lisa Stenning, said the market is starting to show some signs of improvement based on what? Okay, what do you reckon, guys? Will they mention auction clearance rates in this article? Will they? Let me know before I go any further. Let us know in the comments. Let me know your guess, yes or no. We'll get auction clearance rates in this one. While the market will remain tough for a little longer, we've started to see an increase in the number of renters attending open homes and applying, she said. Ms. Senning said the market is particularly strong for homes and newer apartments. Smaller apartments are struggling in the inner city area as renters are heading further out in the inner west as they look for better value, especially those on the cusp of buying. Well, I am shocked. No reference at all to auction clearance rates. What are you doing, Matt? You're doing it wrong. But do you love how the opening sentence in this article is framed to generate FOMO, fear of missing out, to generate that emotional response from the tenants? Is it just me that's noticing this again and again and again? And they're basing it on one variable. They're basing it on building approvals. And they are completely right. Building approvals have tanked. They have tanked. Particularly, I did a video on this. The decline in apartment approval has just been staggering, even here in Queensland. So if you go to South Brisbane, you will see all the new number of apartments that are going up. And think about it. If you're buying in there, you're always going to be competing with other people in those buildings to rent them out. If you're going to rent, there'll be more opportunities. But is it enough, guys? Is it enough? We can see here. Let's have a look again at this chart. I mean, there you go. Look at the quarterly change in rents. Maybe we start to see it. Maybe we start to see it this year going down, going into negative. Guys, if arrears rates go up, unemployment goes up, what do you all think, everyone? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Do you think tenants need to rush before they miss out on this opportunity to score $20 off their rent? Or do you think it's just the same old with another spin, and it's going to definitely be an interesting year? Anyway, everyone, thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to really help, you can support us via Patreon for a small monthly donation. You can also join the channel here and become a member, where you get access to name badges and emojis. If you are a crypto trader, you can use our affiliate link with Independent Reserve, where we'll receive a small commission on every trade you make. Won't cost you a cent. Same thing with Amazon and eBay. If you make a consumer purchase there, we receive an advertiser's fee. We have merch on the HeiseSays website, and we also have PayPal if you want to contribute that way. Thanks to everyone who watches and supports the channel, helps us grow, and have a great day. I will talk to you on the next video. Bye for now.